I'm going to take you back, Pard. You've got a good memory. What happened on the 4th of March, 1995?
4th of March, no, go on, give us a clue. You got to give me a bit more clue than that.
It was Manchester United in Ipswich. It was the 4th of March, 1995.
4-3. No.
9-0 at Old Trafford.
Oh, was that the 9-0 game?
The 9-0 game.
Wow.
It always sticks in my mind. I remember watching that at Match of the Day. Everyone got involved. I think Coley scored a hat-trick, didn't he?
You know, whenever there's a figure of 9, I switch off. You know that, don't you?
Really?
Well, for obvious reasons. Obviously, Liverpool 9, Crystal Palace 0. It's not something you like to kind of have a figure that sticks in your mind quite like that. Painful night. And I remember we was like, when was ours? 1990. And all the radio stations, Chris Evans, I think, was doing the radio then. They were like hammering us, like it was a joke for like weeks on end. Anyway, that's what happens when you get beat by 9.
Andrew Cole scored 5. Roy Keane. Mark Hughes got 2 and Paul Ince got 1.
Paul Ince got 1, did he?
Yeah.
He didn't score many, Paul.
Let's go over to Ashley, who's an Ipswich fan who's at the game today. Evening, Ashley.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Very well. Are you old enough to remember that 1995 game, the 9-0 drubbing against Manchester United?
I am old enough to remember, and that was at Portman Road, I think. I don't think that was Old Trafford.
No, it says it was Old Trafford.
Oh, was it? I thought it was at Portman Road.
Well, a bit different today in the scoreline.
Yeah, a little bit different, mate. Oh, well, apart from the first 80 seconds, I thought Ipswich completely outplayed them.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Anytime Manchester United come to town, it doesn't matter who you are, you're always thinking, it's Man United.
Oh, exactly. To be honest, after 80 seconds, I thought, oh, no, this new era of Man United's already started. But then, they just kind of like... I've not seen a Man United team pass it around the back four so much in all the years I've watched football. Yeah, they literally... It went from Onana...
across the back.
And then out, literally across the whole back four. And they've done that for the whole of the first half. Second half, they came out and played well. But Ipswich, I thought, completely outplayed them today.
Yeah, you know, when you're putting in a new formation on the pitch, you know, the midfield players are a little bit undecided who's coming short, who's going along, and actually yesterday Maddison was absolutely brilliant for Spurs, Madge. You know, when he was going into the back four and things like that. That's when you've worked on the structure of your team, and the number 10 can come and get it, and you got a real mixture.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and they didn't have that Man United today. You're right. They were sort of going around the back, not quite sure whether to go in there yet. You know, the timing was quite right. But, you know, as you say, you kept your shape well today. You had a lot of energy, a lot of belief, and I thought you edged it. I really did. I was so disappointed for Delap that he didn't get that the goal after the build-up and then the little flick. He was so unlucky.
Oh, he scored them all season this season as well. He scored 6, but he normally bangs them in left, right, centre.
Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he?
One thing Ipswich are missing as well is a second striker. Al-Mohammadi, good player. He's still a youngster, and he needs to grow into the game, but took the lap off, and it was almost like a different game. He just had no outlet.
No.
Yeah.
What do you expect for the rest of the season, Ashley? Ashley, what is the success for Ipswich this season?
Staying up is the main priority, and I think what we're doing at the moment is good. Just picking up the points, slowly building, slowly plodding along. I think our biggest game coming up is probably Palace down at Portman Road. Forest next week. They're a good team. They took a drumming yesterday, but they're a very good team, and it's away. But Palace down here is going to be. I don't want to say 6 point already, but it's looking quite important at the moment.
Yeah.
Pard, what's that number you said that teams that come up need to do?
Well, if you want to guarantee it, it's 10 wins. That's what that's your target. When you look at the sides at the moment, Ipswich got 1 win from 12 games. Palace got 1 win from 12 games. Southampton got 1 win from 12 games. If I was a betting man, I would say, well, they're right in the frame. Obviously, they are the bottom 3. And then only winning 2 games is Everton, Leicester and Wolverhampton, right? So, the title, when you look at that, when you look at the league table, at the stands at the minute, it's probably going to be 9 wins this year that get you out, get you safety. So, that's where you should target. And Ipswich got there's nothing wrong with them targeting that. At the moment, they're 9 points from 12 games. And obviously, you've got to get a point a game, really, if you want to stay in the division.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah, completely agree.
Brilliant, cool. Thank you very much, Ashley. Let's go to Sam, who's a Man United fan. Evening, Sam.
Evening, gents. How you doing?
Yeah, very well. The new era starts. Did you feel energised? What did you make of it?
No, I don't feel energised at all. I think, obviously, nothing to do with Amorim, obviously, but nothing's going to change in that football club until the recruitment policy changes. I don't know who's making the decisions at the high in the boardroom at the minute. I know Ratcliffe's been here best part of a year now.
He has no football background, and I don't think actually he's part of the transfer policy. By the way, I think he's looking at coaches and kind of giving them a lift here and there, and just being an overseer. I don't see him on that transfer one. But when just a question for you, Sam, who do you think today nailed down their position? Give me like 7 names that you think will start the next game. Do you think you could do that?
Pards, I couldn't give you one. Maybe now.
I thought Diallo did brilliant actually at right wing back. Did you not think that?
I do think so. Yeah, but is he a wing back that Amorim wants to play? I'm not sure. Obviously, he put in a great shift on the right. I'd love to know who's making these decisions, though. Alan, you've been involved in these top clubs, and I just love to know, like, do you think anyone could actually get a beat out of this squad of players, or do you think they're a lost cause? Amorim needs a couple of years, like we said about Ten Hag. He needed a couple of years, and obviously we gave him the time. Brought in players he wanted to bring in, supposedly, and obviously the recruitment over the last couple of years has been appalling. Are we going down the same route again? The question to yourself: do you think it is something that we can turn around?
Well, I certainly sympathise with the signings that you've made in the past with the regime that you've had. I mean, you've got Jason Wilcox there, who probably is leading that transfer team, I should think. And the new manager, will definitely have a power to kind of pick and choose and sort of say, okay, from these 4 names, I want this one. But there is so much work to do there. Going into that team today, looking at that squad of players, I can't name back 3 that I'd be comfortable with if I was, and even if I was at Newcastle, I wouldn't like to have had that back 3 you had today. The midfield is far removed from the midfield I had at Newcastle, and the strikers you had are nowhere near what I had at Newcastle. So, and that's going back 10 years. Yeah. So, that's where you're at. The new manager has got to find a solution, I think, to get you in the top 10. And I think that would be, I know that sounds perhaps a little bit negative, but I think that will be a positive for me. If he gets him in the top 10, and then they've got to make a real radical change transfer-wise.
Absolutely. And it's a big week of live European football here on talkSPORT, including Liverpool's huge Champions League match against Real Madrid on Wednesday from 7 p.m. And Man United face Norwegian side Bodo Glimt on Thursday. All the details of our live games is available on our website, talksport.com.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.